On the road NIMBY tips here in Kansas City on the north side, here at the Outlaw. Great place to have meetings and get work done. The tip is, how do you get people to speak at a controversial hearing? It's having third-party voices is really important. And I want to give you 3 quick tips here. First one is your natural allies. These are the folks that benefit from your project, from residential master plan types to mixed use, commercial, industrial. But typically you have an EDC, you have a chamber, you have the ABC contractors, you may have unions, and all those folks coming together, uh, they can represent a good force of advocacy for your project. All you have to do is just pick up the phone and reach out to them and invite them for a lunch or a coffee. The next tip would be the local charities and other groups. Developers have become now savvy, which is great. Beyond just saying, here, we're creating jobs, and your revenue is going to increase, at the municipal level. Uh, Going beyond that, where you're giving money to charities, you're giving money to schools and hospitals. There's a myriad of stakeholders that can be touched just by virtue of trying to be a good neighbor, right? And a lot of these organizations have board of directors, and these boards have very influential people. Just asking them to come to the hearing and speak up would be very influential. And the third tip is having a peer-to-peer kind of conversation, where instead of you as the applicant or one of your consultants trying to engage and get stakeholders to speak, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, is getting a former chamber president or former Rotarian who's in support of the project for talking to others. Great quick example is, I was in Indiana last night for a landowner dinner for farmers and landowners for my utility scale solar project. Many of them didn't want to speak because they're farmers. They're very much to themselves, and they're not accustomed to public speaking, but also they're intimidated by the noise and the bullying by the opposition. And so I asked one of the landowners, who's very outgoing, to appeal to his neighbors and partners here to speak up and say to them, it's like, don't let these guys intimidate you. That's part of their tactics, and they are you make them happy when you're not up there advocating for your property rights and your family legacy. So have a peer-to-peer type of setup if you can pull it off, and it will pay dividends. You do all these 3 tips, you'll certainly turn your NIMBY opposition into yes in my backyard opportunities. See you.